Hi, this is Don Farber with VineyardSoft Corporation, and I'd like to welcome you to this training session on the KnowledgeSync solution. The topic for this session will be the configuration of a KnowledgeSync event to execute actions or workflow as a result of the event's conditions being met. Specifically, this session will address the ability to link one or more Visual Basic or VB scripts to an event, those scripts being executed when the event's conditions are met. Please note that this is the fourth of 5 training sessions on the ability to link actions or workflow to an event. Now, before we go through the steps of linking Visual Basic scripts to an event, it's worth making a few general comments about VB scripting in the KnowledgeSync system. KnowledgeSync itself includes a Visual Basic scripting module. However, it is essential that you are familiar with writing Visual Basic programming code in order to utilize this module. Let's start off by showing you how you can both create a new VB script as well as link an existing script to the KnowledgeSync application. And so we'll come over here on the left to our ERP application and start first in the branch called Basic Scripts. This again is where you can both create new scripts for use by KnowledgeSync as well as define for KnowledgeSync existing scripts that you want KnowledgeSync to be able to execute. And so we'll open our sample VB script. Every script has associated to it a name as well as more detailed description of the use of the script, and of course you're able to specify the location of your script file, typically ending in .bas. Please note that that script file specification must not reference a mapped drive. That is, if that file resides, for example, on a different server, you'll have to reference the location of that script file using UNC format. Now, there are 2 buttons down at the bottom of the basic script definition window. Over on the right is a button called Edit Test Script. This button brings you right into the script and lets you edit or customize it, as well as test or debug the script to make sure there are no errors within it. There is also a secondary script syntax checker, a button over on the left called Check Script Syntax, which when you execute will run the script to make sure that there are no syntactical errors within it, and if there are, those errors will appear to you at the very bottom of this window. Now let's go into this sample VB script as I'd like to show you the script template that ships along with the KnowledgeSync application. This script template that we're looking at right now contains a lot of useful information about how to design and utilize a VB script in KnowledgeSync. And that includes a section on how your KnowledgeSync VB script can access the fields of information from the query associated with the event in which the script is being executed. So let's exit from the script template for right now and proceed with talking about how you associate one or more VB scripts with an event. For that, we'll go back to our Events branch within our ERP application, and we'll take a look at an event that identifies and responds to invoices that are overdue for payment. As I mentioned, a VB script that's associated with an event has access to all of the fields of information that are retrieved by the corresponding query utilized by the event. Now let's jump over to the Actions tab of the event and specifically go to the tab called Run Basic Script. Very easy to associate one or more VB scripts with an event. You simply come to the Basic Script Name field and click in it. Click on the List button that appears there and you will receive a list of VB scripts that have been defined for use with the current application. And you can simply choose the particular script or scripts that you want KnowledgeSync to execute when this event's conditions are met. Now, a couple of general notes about associating VB scripts to an event. Number 1, you can have multiple VB scripts associated with an event. You're not limited to just one. Point number 2 is that your VB scripts must not require any user intervention. Keep in mind that KnowledgeSync is running as a Windows service. Therefore, anything that it executes, including VB scripts, must not require any type of user interaction or response. Thirdly, if your event is going to have one or more associated VB scripts, then you must make sure that your event does not also make use of the begin repeat and end repeat commands. those commands typically appear in the Alert Message Definition tabs of an event, those tabs being the Email, Fax, Page, Webcast, and Instant Message tabs. The reason for that is that if an event does make use of begin repeat and end repeat, KnowledgeSync loses the ability to execute your script on each record that matches this event's criteria. So once again, make sure that your event does not make use of begin repeat and end repeat if your event is also needing to execute a VB script. One last comment, and we can refer to this after we save and close this particular event. If you have one or more events that are going to be executing VB scripts, you need to make sure that the KnowledgeSync action server is enabled to run. Now, that action server is visible in both the KnowledgeSync monitor as well as the administrator module. As KnowledgeSync runs as a Windows service, but within that service are individual server processes for performing different functions, such as sending out email alerts, generating reports, and also executing actions. So you need to make sure that your action server in KnowledgeSync is enabled for processing. For that, you can simply double-click on the corresponding action server in the KnowledgeSync administrator and make sure that the checkbox titled Allow Server to Process is indeed checked on. And with that, we're able to wrap up this training session on linking or associating Visual Basic scripts to a KnowledgeSync event. So, I'd like to thank you very much for your time and attention, and I look forward to speaking with you in a future KnowledgeSync training session. Thanks very much.